Okay, so I did something that might be a little
Let's
too
see.
petty. You let me know. A friend of mine let me know that his wife had been cheating on him for 6 months and had no intentions to end the
Jesus.
affair. She's somebody who I had considered a friend at one time. He let us know. He's like, hey, do you mind helping me move out while she's at work? So I drove over, packed up all his stuff. We made sure not to touch anything that was hers. But as soon as everything was packed up, I went to the bathroom and I took all the toilet paper. Like all of it. Like I took everything that was on the roll. I took all the backups. Like I took everything.
Man.
And I realized that in the grand scheme of things, she's probably not going to notice it when she
Yeah.
comes home and like half of their stuff is all missing. But she'll notice it when she needs it.
Yeah, I think that's just fine. You know, it's harmless. It's a little inconvenience, but nothing insane. Much respect for not taking it too far.
What's the pettiest thing you've ever done?
Whenever I was with my ex-boyfriend, a girl had sent him some like nudes of herself saying, hey, hit me up or whatever. And like he showed it to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, will you screenshot those and send them to me? And he was like, why? And I'm like, just send them to me. And he was like, okay. So he screenshot them and sent them to me. And I got on Facebook, searched this girl, found her grandma, her dad, and her mom. Messaged them on Facebook.
Oh my God, that's
sent
evil.
them the pictures with no context, just the pictures. And I guess they probably sent them to her. And she got a hold of me and she was like, why you snitching on me?
That's all she got to
Bitch, don't
say?
send my man fucking naked pictures of yourself.
Yeah.
I figured if you thought he wanted to see him, your family wanted to see him too.
Oh my God. What a devious act. Good Lord. Imagine hitting on a guy, granted he's taken, and it's the most extreme way to hit on someone, by the way. Next thing you know, Grandpa has a seizure seeing his granddaughter's hoo-ha on a fine afternoon on Facebook. Oh my God.
Now, how old were you when you got married the first time?
19.
Why did you divorce the first time?
I guess the real question is, why did you pull a shotgun out to him?
Well, because he was cheating on me. I just took the shotgun right out of the closet and I got into my XK. I remember the top was down. I have a very short attention span, so he didn't come out for 20 minutes, and I thought, I think I'll just divorce him instead.
You really would have shot him.
I think I would have, but maybe I wouldn't have. But I could shoot someone. That wouldn't bother
Jesus
me at all.
Christ. That's good to know.
You know guns, you're...
Yes, I'm a marksman. I mean, I've been shooting in competition. I used to shoot handguns in competition.
Okay, so then you would shoot to kill.
Right.
So there was no maiming him at all. Like, you would have killed him.
Hopefully.
He literally dodged a bullet because Granny had ADHD, bro. I'm dead. Holy crap.
My ex-husband told me everyone cheats when their wife is pregnant.
What?
Anxiety on. When I was about 6 months pregnant, I found out that my husband had
Jesus Christ.
with severe morning sickness. And basically, he had gone on a work trip. He had to drive through a couple states, and he ended up stopping in Oregon and at like a restaurant or something, and he met this woman there and decided to take her back to his hotel and sleep with her. And didn't tell her that he had a woman who was pregnant at home.
God.
Waiting for him to get home. He also went on this work trip where he told me that he was going to go there for like business work stuff, like construction was what he was doing. No, he was going there to pick weed on his like cousin's farm, and his whole family was in on that lie. If you want to hear what he said when I confronted him about it, how I found out that he was cheating, go ahead and leave your comments down below.
I'm sorry, your wife is sick and needs you. You go on a weed picking trip and then cheat on her. Bro, I pray she divorced the guy.
Name something petty to take after a breakup. I took his birth certificate, passport, driver's license. This MF doesn't exist no more. His birth certificate, his passport, and his driver's license.
Oh, what did he do?
Hey, this one hurt for all my gamers out there. I took all the saved data from their PlayStation games.
Ooh. Oh, the save data. In other words, you got to start every game from scratch.
Everything. No, you didn't win no MVP. You didn't win no championship. You ain't really on that level of Fortnite. A lot of people did this one. They took their contacts and glasses or hearing aids.
Oh, hang on.
Bro.
Nah, that's crazy.
That's so bad. And more than one person did this one as well. I took a prosthetic limb.
They took...
Y'all see my leg?
Someone said they took like the nan's photo. So like their cherished picture of their nan.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Can't get that back. Can't replace that.
I hope that picture haunts you.
Did you see the one about the ashes that they took?
No.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's the same thing. Someone took the ashes. They're going to haunt you for that too.
Another one, I feel for this bro because he reckons I took the bed sheets I bought her so that she never has adult cuddles with anyone else on them. Who cares, man? It's a breakup. It's done.
Nah, the stuff from the disabled people is kind of insane. That's definitely too far. Prosthetic limb. Some person can't walk because you're too petty. Jesus. The identification though, that's hilarious because it's such an annoying inconvenience to have.
Get rid of me while I tell you how my ex cheated on me. Oh, God. Here with Prime Video to celebrate the launch of Wilderness, and it's about cheating. I thought it tied in perfectly with how my ex cheated on me. Never told this story before, so we were in a long distance relationship. He came to visit me from Paris to London. I thought it would be a really good idea to greet him with a literal plaque, basically standing like an idiot at King's Cross Station. He comes out the Eurostar, it's all cute and romantic. Go back to my family home, bear in mind, and we have a nice evening together. The next morning comes and he wakes up really early and he was like, babe, I need to go meet up with some friends. And I said to him, you don't have any friends in London. He goes on to say, oh no, I made some friends in Paris and they want to see me. And I was like, a bit weird, but okay, go see your friends. So I get on with my day and it gets to 6 p.m. and I'm like, are you gonna come home? He was like, oh, I'm running a bit late. Finally gets home at like 7 p.m. Me being delusional again, I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So then we go to bed. And I swear to God, in the 2 years of us being together, I had never even thought about going through his phone. But my gut was screaming at me. So
That's definitely strange that he said nothing about it previously and only went to meet his friends out of nowhere, and that gut feeling gotta be making her so anxious. Oh boy, something's about to go down.
So he goes to sleep, and for about 20 minutes, I'm praying that I would not find anything because I was so in love with this man. I go to his side of the bed, and I go to WhatsApp. Not even a girl's name, a nickname. My sexy tourist. My heart fell through my chest. Texts on texts. My heart broke in that moment, I'm not gonna lie. He had obviously met this girl in Paris and had been seeing her. He was like, Kiara, I can't help, I met someone else. It's the first thing he said to me. At this point, I nearly called the police on him. He obviously then apologized and was like, no, I love you so much. I was like, get out of my house. It was the worst night of my entire life. Anyway, yeah, so I can tell you this now because I'm over it. But yeah, that was a whirlwind. Because Wilderness is about cheating, it was like, I need to tell my story now.
2 whole years down the drain for some random fling in Paris. She's got the gut of a fortune teller, apparently.
A while back around the holidays, I get a call from a really good friend who's freaking out, like hyperventilating. This friend is a straight male, and at the time, it was hoe season for him. Not every season's hoe season, but some seasons are.
Right.
So he's dating multiple people. One being a girl from our high school. You know how you run into people and kind of reconnect and have that like, what's up with you? I think they hooked up once, and then he was like, I'm not, it's hoe season, and she wasn't very happy about that. And likely, I don't think he handled it very well. I think he was like, you'll get over it, whatever. I'm not one to judge them. I've been on both sides of the scenario. We'll call her Stacy. So he calls me and is freaking out and is like, I think Stacy came into my house, into my bathroom, and shit in my shower. He starts laying out the details of how it was like perfectly displayed in the shower. Definitely not transported. Like, he doesn't think it's an animal. He thinks it's a human. He thinks it came in, was in his shower. I like to think I'm a level-headed friend. Like, people call me for advice, but I also trust no one. So I immediately was like, yeah, she probably shit in your shower.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, of course you can't be fully sure it's her, but you can't put it past some people. First of all, breaking and entering, then dropping a dookie in the shower. Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick.
This happens. People get their feelings hurt and then angrily squat in your shower. I don't know.
I guess.
We're analyzing text messages. We're considering her dog. It's like putting all these puzzle pieces together. And he feels all kinds of violated and immediately buys cameras for inside, outside, starts sleeping with a flashlight by his bed. And is like, she knows that I keep that door unlocked and she knows that I'm here and she is furious and she's getting crazy enough to shit in my shower, which means who knows what's next.
Yeah.
So he's walking around town shell-shocked, acting like he just got back from war. People are saying hi and he's like, what? Sorry, someone just shit in my shower. Like, our mutual friends are running into him and hearing this story on repeat. I have people calling me like, did you hear Stacy shit in his shower? And me, I'm like, yeah, I guess, I don't know. You gotta be careful in these streets. I'm guilty of the same. I am telling everyone I know this story. Waiters are coming up to the table like, you ready to order? And I'm like, get this. Stacey shit in my friend's shower.
Okay.
A month and a half go by with no other incidents. And the upstairs apartment in this duplex situation had a plumber come to look at some issues. You see where I'm going. And that's when we learned, because of the house being on a hill and all this plumbing situation, sometimes the flushing from upstairs could end up in the shower downstairs. Which was a relief, but also, how many people did we tell that story to?
Oh my god, these people. Bro, Stacy better have gotten an apology because the entire town now knows her as like the poop patroller, and she probably so confused. That's just wild, bro. I'm shell-shocked now.
Last night, my husband of 11 years decided to throw the entire family in the trash.
Okay.
He cheated, and he threw the family, the kids, the house, the dogs, everything in the fucking trash. The groceries in the trash.
That's just
and let me tell you how I caught him. So I went to this place with my client.
Yeah.
It's called the Soho Spa. And it is a spa that's supposed to be like a day thing. And me and my client were going to be going. My kids were going to be in school. And being that my kids were going to be in school, well, nobody really had to watch them. And my husband could just be home relaxing. I'm on my way to the Soho Spa with my client. And an emergency happens with her life that she can no longer go to the Soho Spa with me. So in that moment, it was an emergency where I had to handle it with her. And I forgot to call my husband and tell him like, hey, I'm no longer going to be going to the spa anymore. I'm on my way home. So I didn't give him that call. I drop off my client. I'm on my way home, but I'm still just so in my mind and thinking about her situation that I still didn't even think to call him. Like, I'll see him when I get home. I pull up to my house, not thinking of anything of it because where my mind is at. And then on top of it, I'm just like really not paying attention to the cars parked out front of my house. I have street parking. I don't have garage parking. So I just walk into my house, open the door, walk into my house, go straight upstairs to my room. And I don't think anything of it. Open my door. There's a woman on my bed. A woman on my bed. And still at this moment, do I think that my husband is cheating on me? No, I do not. I think that there's an intruder in my house. I think, what the heck are you doing in my house? Get out. I'm screaming. I'm freaking out. She's butt naked.
And you didn't think she was... I gotta know what happened to her client to the point where she literally didn't doubt a butt naked woman in her bed. But wow, getting the girl in your house, bold move, man.
Then I hear big, huge, loud man coming up the stairs, and it's my husband. I look at him, he looks at me, I look at him, and he looks at me, and I put two and two together that he's cheating on me. So what do? What don't I do? I start freaking out, screaming, throwing things, breaking things, trying to beat her up, trying to hit him, trying to do so much, and he's trying to break it up. And she's trying to gather her thoughts. Her clothes are everywhere, so she's trying to put her clothes on. She finally gets dressed and bolts out of the bedroom. And don't you know he follows her?
Oh, that's the worst.
He follows her and leaves me there.
Dude.
And in that moment, I sat there on that couch, not on the couch, on the bed, and I just cried.
Man.
I cried. And then after 5-10 minutes, he comes back into the house in the bedroom. And he just looks at me, and I look at him, and he was like, I didn't know. I just don't want to be with you no more. I don't like you. Like, I should have never cheated on you. I should have just left you. And I was like, wow. So everything just down the drain. Everything. And it was such a hard time for me. And then the next morning, when I woke up from that dream, I just felt like I still can't even look at him. I still can't even deal with him. Like, I cannot, because you cheated on me in that dream. And I'm still mad.
Whoa.
I still got feelings. I
didn't catch what she said. What? I'm more disappointed than I'm relieved. What do you mean it was all a dream? And you're still mad at him? You had the dream. It's your fault. Man, what a crazy woman.